Welcome, friends, to the 22nd annual auction for Appalachia here at Greenfield Hill Church. I'm Alita Ward, co-pastor here, and what a joy it is to be connecting with all of you tonight, even if it's through a camera. The community of love and support around this Appalachia trip is extraordinary, and we feel it tonight. And that love that we feel is because ASP is like nothing else. The Appalachia Service Project itself has been around for 53 years, and we've been part of it for 43 of those years. Over all these years, this church has sent thousands of young people to the mountains of central Appalachia to be God's hands and heart. We've repaired hundreds of homes for hundreds of families, and as much as we love the work, it's those families we truly love. ASP is life-changing for all of us who experience it, and your support is what makes it possible year after year. Now, it's our 22nd auction, but it's the first time that we've done it like this. So let me tell you a little about what's going to happen here tonight. Over this next half hour or so, you're going to be hearing from 3 of our high school seniors, Juliet, Bridget, and Andrew. They are past participants in the Appalachia Service Project trip, and they are raring to go on ASP 2021. The 3 of them will be giving you a sense of why ASP is so important to us. You'll also be hearing great music from our house band, Joe Holland, Fred Zarilli, and Christine Paracella. And my friend Bill Brennan will be up here too, just to remind you about what great stuff you can be bidding on tonight. So a word about bidding. The great thing is that you can listen to us and bid at the same time. If you're watching on a desktop computer, then you'll notice that on the left of your screen right now, there's a column that shows you the rest of the auction website, and all you do is click on items, and you'll see everything that we're auctioning off right now. And remember, the auction closes at 9 tonight. If you're on your phone right now, the items link that I just mentioned will be at the bottom of your phone screen. While we're up here talking and singing, you can be browsing and bidding. And we hope you will be, because the proceeds of this auction are what makes it possible for us to get 185 teenagers and 75 adults to West Virginia this July. We're going to listen to our band now as they kick us off with the perfect song for the home repair ministry that we do on ASP. The song is Home.
As you go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road, although this wave is streaming us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons that fill you with fear. It's trouble that might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. This place your home. Come on. Ooh. 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 drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Thank you. And now to Juliet.
Hi, my name is Julia, and I'm currently a senior at Fairfield Ludlow High School. Even though we cannot be together in person, I'm happy to join all of you tonight for this incredible event. ASP has changed the lives of so many people, and I am lucky enough to be a part of a community that allowed me to have this experience. The summer after my freshman year of high school, all my friends could talk about was their eagerness to go on this ASP trip with Greenfield Hill Church to West Virginia for a week. That being the entirety of what I knew about the trip, I told them to have fun and enjoy their time. That week at home was the worst of the summer. I saw on Instagram, Snapchat, over FaceTime, the pure excitement and joy of all my friends on the trip. I didn't understand what made it so great, but I knew I couldn't miss out on it again. During the next school year, I went with them to SPF meetings and absolutely fell in love with eating pizza and rewinding with new and old friends on Thursday nights. I signed up for ASP that summer, and my friends could not stop talking about how amazing it was, and to be honest, I didn't fully believe them. I went in with no expectations because I didn't want to be let down, but standing here now, I am confirming the hype of ASP. It is the greatest experience, and it will change your life. The excitement began when a leader released our new work cruise a few weeks before the trip. She does a very good job of making crews of all kids of all ages and schools, encouraging us to make new friends. My crew became close over the course of the week, from bonding at the work site to ice cream after a long day or buying matching shirts at Walmart. At the center, where we ate and slept and hung out, I bonded with other work crews by playing cards and literally sleeping on top of each other. Being able to bring Fairfield with us to ASP gave everyone a sense of home, and I enjoyed creating new relationships that I still have today. The 7-day trip to West Virginia is eye-opening, to say the least. I had never before witnessed such poverty. The work site I worked on was an old, rundown house on a big plot of land in the middle of nowhere. An old doghouse greeted us at the entrance to the property. Ripped-up blankets and uncut grass covered the 14-year-old husky from the brutal sun. A rundown barn housed baby bunnies and rusted, long-retired farm equipment. The house itself was old and hardly sound. The floor bowed so badly that the door hung crooked and the foundation began to crumble. Anyone who walked on the floor was in danger of falling through. Our job was to replace the floor, jack up the house, and restore it safely for the family who lived there. I learned what jacking up a house meant, along with many other home building strategies, thanks to our fearless leader, Ryan Orvis, who spent all of his time thinking about how to best help this family who needed to be safe in their own home. Every aspect of ASP is fun, but the most lasting memories for me came from the connections I made with the family. Ted, the homeowner, shared his tiny home with his sick wife, their daughter, her fiance, and their 2-year-old child. Their house would not be considered comfortable for 2 people, let alone 5. Despite the challenges of providing for his family and taking care of his wife, Ted was the happiest man I had ever met. Simple things excited Ted. He never missed a Mets game and teased me when they beat my team, the Yankees. Ted constantly encouraged us to take breaks from work to play kickball or wiffle ball, and an hour wouldn't pass where he didn't tearfully thank us. I learned from Ted that joy doesn't come from things and that humility was a gift. When our entire center had nowhere to go to celebrate the 4th of July, Ted willingly allowed all the workers and leaders in our county to come to his home for fireworks and a huge wiffle ball game. There are pictures on every social media platform of Ted's bunnies, dogs, and fireworks over his huge yard. I will never forget Ted's pure joy and compassion for others. He had next to nothing, but he made the most of everything. Overall, ASP is a truly incredible experience. I would encourage all high schoolers and adults to participate. There is nothing better than serving others and actually making a difference in the lives of the people who need it most. Thank you.
Wow, boy, do I wish I'd written that. That's incredible. And what you just did was cover so many of the things that make the ASP trip so special for all of us. But it doesn't work particularly well unless we raise enough money to go on down there. So it's an expensive trip. Between the buses, the food, everything that we need to do to get all the kids down there, we really need you to bid on these items. And so the auction is a big focus for us right now. There are some incredible bargains up there, folks. Take a look. Some of the golf courses we've got. We got Country Club of Fairfield twice. That's incredible. You got Patterson Club, you got Shorehaven, you got Aspatuck. They're there for a steal. There's something called a dog package. I don't think it actually contains a dog, but it's not going for much right now. And if you look at the fine print, it's a terrific package. You really need to get in on this. We have other things there that are incredibly important as well. We've still got Craig and Scott, if you want to let them into your property to come on over there and work with you on tools. We've got a couple of different dinners that we want you to bid on, and we've also got the thing that I find most fascinating. We have the steel case, sit, stand, desk. Why do you need both in one piece? Who stands at work? Anybody? Who stands at work? I'm looking at my wife back there. No, you know what I need? When they come up with the lie-down desk, that's where I'm going to go. So we've got some things there that I really want to make sure you take care of. The power boats, the sailing, all the different items that are up there right now. We need you to bid. We need to get some gas in these buses and get on the road to West Virginia. And that would mean Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Jones.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Jones and I am currently a senior at Fairfield Ward High School. Last year, I was heartbroken to see that the ASP trip had been canceled. I look forward to this trip from the second I get home every year. ASP is my home away from home. The endless friendships with other kids in your county to the family formed within your group. If I have learned one thing about ASP, it's that the building is only one part of what makes this trip so amazing. As many of you know, we lost a beloved friend recently. Kevin was one of many friends I made on ASP in 2019. We grew very close and kept in contact often. Kids like Kevin are what make this trip so special. This trip is so important, especially this year, because it's a turn in the right direction to a more normal lifestyle. High schoolers have been trapped inside due to the pandemic, so I think this trip will offer not only a great group of kids and advisors ready to work, but people ready to interact with each other again. Through these tough times, sometimes we lose sight of the little things that matter, and I believe this trip will help us bring those little things back into our everyday life. This trip gives families the biggest gift they could ask for and gives us the biggest gift we could ask for. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Do not underestimate a moment of your kindness. It has the power to change lives in ways you may never know. Thank you.
This song is called Bound for Glory.
Tell your story. Let the truth around your head. Bound for glory. I ain't getting out of this bed. struggling on, and yesterday's dead and gone. Tell your story and put the night back in your veins. I'm bound for glory. I ain't getting to again.
Sun comes struggling on.
Yesterday is dead and gone, and I feel I'm bound for glory. Oh, glory.
Can you feel it? Bound for glory. Can you feel it? Glory bound. Can you feel it? Bound for glory.
Tell your story. Let the truth roll in your head. Oh, we're bound for glory, and I ain't getting out of this bed.
The sun comes struggling on.
Yesterday's dead and gone, and I feel I'm bound for glory. Oh, glory.
Can you feel it? Bound for glory. Can you feel it? Glory bound. Can you feel it? Bound for glory.
Oh, can you feel it?
Can you feel it? Bound for glory. Can you feel it? Glory bound. Can you feel it? Bound for glory.
Oh, Lord, can you feel it? Oh, Lord, can you feel it? Oh, Lord, can you feel it? Oh, bound for glory.
Christine.
Thank you so much.
Next up is Bridget.
Hi everyone, I'm Bridget and I'm a senior at Ludlow High School. So ASP has such a special place in my heart. It's a place where I can escape the stress and fast pace of Fairfield. The week we spend in West Virginia is like a sanctuary that allows us to create new friends while spending time with old friends, to create special memories, and most of all, make an impact on lives other than our own. It's incredible to see the progression of relationships throughout the week. At first, everyone's a little nervous to be around each other in a new environment, but by the end of the week, crews are laughing together like they've known each other for a lifetime. I'm going to take a few minutes to try to describe what the trip means to me. My first year on the trip was unforgettable. The crew consisting of 4 of their kids and 2 great advisors. We had a very special homeowner that we called Mama T. She was one of the strongest women I'd ever met. She had lost everyone in her immediate family and suffered from different health problems, but she managed to love us despite everything she had struggled with. Immediately, Mama T treated us like her own. She even made us a meal on our last day. She represents who the people of West Virginia are: extremely welcoming, loving, grateful, and proud of who they are. Time and time again, the people we meet during our time in West Virginia prove to be the same as Mama T. So many people have told us how grateful they are, whether it's while we stand in line to check out at Kroger's or by inviting us to celebrate the 4th of July with them on their land, like Juliet's family, Ted. So I want to share an extremely special moment to me while working on Mama T's roof. Our last day working on the roof was during a heat dome where it would get up to 110 degrees on the tin. There were thunderstorms forecasted for that afternoon. We worked all morning and had gotten there early to finish up what we had to do. Our crew had literally screwed in the last nail in the roof when the skies opened up and it started to downpour. That moment felt like the weather was just waiting for us to finish something for Mama T and everything she deserves. The stories like this perfectly characterize how ASP feels to so many people I know. And although it's a week of giving, I feel like I get so much more. My second year was just as great as my first, surrounded by such a strong desire to help those around us. There was a perfect balance of friendship and hard work throughout the week. That summer, I was double crewed where we did different projects but still came together to accomplish one goal for our homeowner, to give more security and warmth in their home. Another unique aspect of our week was the 18 dogs on our work site, including a litter of 12 newborn puppies. Any time that our homeowner saw we had spare time on our hands, she would always offer for us to come inside to hold the puppies. It was something she was so proud of, and it was special knowing she wanted to share that experience with us. Whether it's the 11:11 dance breaks or the 12:34 hug breaks, it is so hard to accurately summarize how much this trip means to me. I love being able to be involved with the trip as well as the different opportunities while we're in Fairfield. Knowing we've made such a strong impact on the people in West Virginia is an amazing feeling to have. I can't wait for the summer, and I look forward to doing great things together again. Thank you.
So I think you can tell why we have such a problem with the youth of America today. You guys are incredible. It is such a special trip, and I know people who are at home watching it now, and by the way, we have a count, and 173,000 people right now are tuned in to this event. The bidding that's been coming in from the West Coast and Europe has been off the charts. Since I last spoke, we've raised $1.2 million for this trip, but we need more. So you, Mr. and Mrs. Couch Sitter, take a look at your computer, slide that little mouse over, put it on top of one of these items, and click away. Let's add something to this bidding, because this trip is so, so special. And it's a challenge for us to get there every year. Alita has put so much work into this. Someone mentioned her putting the crews together. But money makes the wheels go round. And so we really need you to bid on this, and we need you to bid on it now because you're just about out of time. And now we're going to hear from the band. Is that correct, Fred? I feel so powerful. Expect to see me here next Sunday.
This next song is called Kiri Lesen.
Blows hard against this mountainside, across the sea to my soul. It reaches into where I cannot hide, setting my feet upon the road. My heart is old, it holds my memories. Somewhere between the soul and soft machine is where I find myself again. Carry Lesen on the road that I must travel. Carry Lesen through the darkness of the night. Carry Lesen where I'm going. Young, I thought of growing old, what my life would mean to me. Would I have followed my chosen road?
Thank you.
So last Sunday, I stood up here to preach my sermon, and I told an ASP story, and I'll tell you a little bit of it now. It's a long story. I won't tell you the whole thing. But on one of my earliest ASP trips, the crew that I was with was assigned the task of building a foundation. Actually, we were assigned the task of building a foundation for a new room and framing out the room. But as you'll find out, the foundation was pretty much all we accomplished. We spent the whole week essentially digging holes because the first day, under my wise guidance, not so much, we dug all our holes in the wrong place. So the next day we had to move the holes. And if you think about it, you really can't move holes. You dig more holes. And that's what we did. And sure enough, on Wednesday, we discovered that those holes were in the wrong place and we had to move them again. By the end of the week, all we had done was dig a whole lot of holes, pour concrete, and stack cinder blocks. But here's the thing. It was such a great foundation. The concrete in each of those holes was perfectly level. The cinder blocks were right where they were supposed to be. Blood, sweat, and tears had gone into creating that foundation, but it was good, and it was solid, and it was beautiful. And that's what we do on ASP. We build foundations. We build foundations that sustain our lives. We build foundations that sustain others' lives. We build foundations that end up being the foundation of the rest of our lives. We build foundations on love, on faith, on grace, on trust, on hope. And we do it because you help us do it. My job now is a wonderful job. I get to say thanks. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thank you for being part of this auction. Thank you for the love and support that we feel from you. Thank you for making it possible for us to do God's work in a place that is very, very special to us. Thank you to Andrew and Juliet and Bridget for sharing from their hearts, to Christine, Fred, and Joe for their wonderful music, to Bill Brennan, who is up here for the 17th time. I calculated it out. This was Bill's 17th ASP auction, and we are so grateful for your presence and your leadership. And thanks to two people you can't see, Todd Jones and Bobby Master, who are the reason we have a live stream tonight. Welcome. Todd is at the camera. Bobby's been running the sound all evening. Now remember, the bidding closes at 9 o'clock, and that's, half an hour from now. But donations are welcome anytime. So if you miss out on getting that item that you had your heart set on, you can still give us money. You can make a donation anytime tonight, tomorrow, into the next week, really forever. We would love to have your help. On to ASP 2021. Good night, everyone.